I
the
actually have a
intelligence
very big
community.
one. Yeah,
Oh,
so I actually have a very, very big one. I just found out earlier today that for the first time since the assassination of Kennedy, that the Russian government has agreed to deliver documents pertaining to their independent investigation into who killed JFK. What's been interesting about that is in the 90s, when Congress tried to obtain those documents, the Russian government denied those documents to them, and they are actually hand delivering those to us. And so that will be uploaded. We're going to be doing it through the Mary Farrell Foundation. I'm also going to be giving a copy to the National Archives. And we actually are bringing on people that can translate those documents so the American people can see what the parallel investigation from foreign intelligence actually said on the assassination. So we know via some of our findings, Radcliffe has done an incredible job with releasing the information that actually largely does show that the CIA not only lied and blocked Congress's efforts to investigate the assassination, but also too that they had some not so good people over at the agency who I do believe were implicated in the assassination of President Kennedy. So some incredible findings there, but we are also too at the same time, and has massive historical significance, but at the same time, we're also opening up an investigation into the Martin Luther King assassination, and so we do have people that have agreed to testify in that hearing. As you know, there's been declassified documents, and then also we cover the UAPs as well and RFK. So we've been working very closely with the CIA to help obtain those documents. I think that Radcliffe has an incredible perspective in saying that, the sins of past directors are not going to be something that he's going to accept, and that he does believe in full transparency, that the American people deserve to know the truth of what happened. So there is full compliance with these different agencies with the president's executive order for the first time in U.S. history.
nothing short of extraordinary. Thank you for that, Congresswoman. And
Yeah.
how can we continue to watch that as those are being released? Is there a timeline with the Russian government sending over those
Yeah, so
documents?
I just found out literally an hour ago. So this is the first time that we've actually gotten like hard, like promise for delivery of those documents. So we actually try to pick those up today, but because of the schedule, we're obviously going to be over at the White House for the Presidential Medal of Freedom for Charlie. We are going to be obtaining those documents next week, and then it'll be as quickly as we can get them uploaded. So within the next 2 weeks, the American people should be able to go through those filings. What's interesting is that the Russian government actually had given copies to the federal government at the funeral for Kennedy, and we never obtained those documents, which I believe the CIA destroyed them. What I also think is interesting is that a lot of people don't know, but Kennedy actually had a backdoor conversation the entire time with the then leader of Russia, and he did not want nuclear war. And so he was actually back channeling peace talks, negotiations with Russia at that time during the Cold War. And a lot of people within the intelligence community at the time were trying to paint him as a pro-communist sympathizer, when in actuality, he simply just didn't want war. So interesting times we're living, because I think that a lot of the historical wrongs that have been done in the 60s are being corrected now.